Tell us what the Russians want. They are
Sorry?
a strong ally of you.
Yeah.
What do they want?
Definitely, they want to have balance in the world. It's not only about Syria. I'm a small country. It's not about having a huge interest in Syria. They could have it anywhere else. So it's about the future of the world. They want to be great power that have their own say in the future of this world. That's
And what do they want for Syria?
The stability. They want stability and political solution.
And what does Iran want?
The same. The same. Syria and Iran and Russia see eye to eye regarding this conflict.
And what is your obligation to both of them?
What do you mean obligation?
What do you owe them?
Yeah, I know, but they didn't ask for anything. Nothing at all. That's why what I said. They don't do that for Syria. They do it for the region and for the world. Because stability is very important for them. Because if you have conflicts here, it will burn somebody else there. If you want to talk about terrorism, terrorism has no boundaries. It sees no borders, no political borders. It's much more difficult to take any procedure to face it than do toward the internet, which is difficult to control. When you have ideology, it crosses everywhere. It could reach Russia, it could reach Turkey, anywhere else. So they have the same interest. Russia and Iran and many other countries who support Syria, not because they support the president, not because they support the government, because they want to help themselves and have stability in the region.
Let me present an alternative argument,
Yeah.
Which the United States may very well believe, that they support you because they've had a long-standing relationship. They support you because they want access to Lebanon. They support you because it's part of the larger conflict between Sunni and Shia.
You mean the Iranians or the Russians?
I'm talking about the Iranians.
No, I think the Iranians...
And because they've supported you militarily and with financial
The way
aid.
the Iranian looks at the Shia-Sunni issue or conflicts is that this is the most detrimental thing that could happen to Iran. Because it's the most detrimental to Iran.
To Iran.
Yeah.
This conflict is the most detrimental thing.
Anything related to Sunni Shia conflict is detrimental to Iran. That's their point of view, and that's how we see it. We agree with that. So actually they are going the other way. They want always to have reconciliation, unification between the Muslims, because that's very good for Iran. They don't want to be part, they don't look at the issue in Syria as part. They know that Saudi Arabia and the Wahhabi, they wanted to instigate this conflict in order to bring more of the Muslims on their sides.
As you know, there are many people who look at the Middle East today beyond Israel and say within the Islamic world, it's all about conflict between Saudi Arabia and Iran. Those two are mortal enemies fighting for influence in the Middle East.
That's not precise for one reason, because it looks like if Iran wants to attack the Sunni and Syria wants to attack the Shia. It's actually started with Saudi Arabia after the revolution in Iran in '79. So it didn't start from Iran. Iran never interfered in any other nation's internal issues, including Syria. We have good relations with them. They never tried to interfere. No, actually, it's Saudi propaganda. I mean, the whole issue of Sunni and Shia conflicts is Saudi initiative and propaganda. It's a reality, but because of the Saudi, not because of the...
But in Syria, they are on opposite sides.
They try to...
Arabia and
that's
Iran
what
are on opposite sides.
That's what Saudi Arabia wants to promote, and that's what ISIS wants to promote, and that's what Al-Nusra wants to promote. In their political discourse, they always mention the sectarian issues.
I'm now talking about how you see here, the region, and what's happening now. One is the rise of ISIS here in Syria, the rise of ISIS and affiliated groups in Iraq.
Yeah.
When you look at Iraq, the Iranians are supporting Shia militia in Iraq. And they've been a very effective fighting force. The United States is engaged in airstrikes. They just had an airstrike yesterday in Tikrit, which the Iranian militias had helped capture, correct?
Yeah, no, not everything is correct.
What's not correct?
It's not only Shia militia who are fighting.
No, the Iraqi army.
Many others joined.
Right.
So it's mixture now.
What's the possibilities of Iranian American cooperation.
Regarding fighting ISIS,
Yes.
I don't think anyone trusts that or believe that the American administration wants to really fight this kind of terrorism. Because, I mean, if you look at the airstrikes in Syria and Iraq, the whole 60 country launch much less airstrike than only the Syrian army do on daily basis, much less, so they're not serious. Second, they only attack the northern part of Iraq. I mean, they attack the terrorists in the northern part of Iraq, not the rest of Iraq. Why did they join now? They want to get part of the cake if there's a victory against the terrorists, just to say that we fought terrorists and we defeated ISIS. Where were they during the last few months? They suddenly wanted to attack and...
So what do you think Iran wants in Iraq?
They want to get rid of the terrorists, definitely, and to have stability.
How long do you think that'll take?
No, nobody has any idea, because you have support from the outside. You have the support of the petrodollars of ISIS and many extremists in Iraq and in Syria. So how long that support will continue, we cannot tell.
When you look at the future